All right, we're back. We have our basic structure of our page in here in our HTML. Let's go to our style sheet. Now I started out with something new, seen before. That's called the universal selector. So the little star kind of means the same thing as the asterisk does when we do it in SQL. The star means everything, right? So let's take the universal selector. We're selecting everything on our page and we're resetting all its margins and paddings. So those defaults that are built into our browsers now, we just wiped them out. Everything's going to start at 0. Because we don't want the browser adding margins and paddings that we hadn't planned for. We'll talk a little bit more about the planning that goes into this in a little bit. But we had these sections on our page, and we're going to have some styling for each of those sections. So remember, our container was an ID of container. So to do that, we need to do hashtag container. That's where the CSS for our container will go. We have an aside section. Let's do header next. We have a header next. That's where the CSS for our header will go. We have a nav section. That's where the CSS will go for our nav section. We have side. We have section. And we have a footer. So we're going to have CSS for all of those elements that we had on our page. Let's also do body, because we have a body in here. So let's do body. And we will set background color our body black. And boom, I saved it and refreshed. Our body's background color is now black. Let's set our container, which we know is inside our body. Let's set its color, background color, excuse me. White. I don't see anything. I wonder why that is. Let's keep doing this. My header, I'm going to set that to orange. My nav section, let's set the background color on that to yellow. Okay, I am purposely picking terrible colors because we just want to keep things apart. Let's do our aside. Let's set it to purple. Oops. Our section, set it to green. And let's make our footer blue. So each one of these sections I set to a different color because it's going to help us with layout and troubleshoot on this page. I refresh, I don't see anything. Why don't I see anything? Because there's nothing inside of these things. So I'm just going to put the word header inside my header. There's my header. And it has a background of green. In my nav section, let me put the word nav. Side section, I'll put the word aside. So we have some content, because without content, there's really not a box there. Section, footer. There they are. Each of them have their own color. They're contained inside a container that is white, but we can't see it yet. How do we get, technically, that's content inside our container, but we don't see the white background because it's completely filling the container up right now. Right now, everything inside our container has full width, full height, and we're going to see how to change some of this in the next video.